But going back to the story, she's standing on the side of the coal tar, and I'm standing there doing this with the jack thing. And next thing I know, a motorbike comes out of nowhere and hits her, and she goes into a ditch, because right after this coal tar is like a little extra coal tar on the side of the coal tar. Right after that is just a big ditch.
Okay.
The motorbike hit her. She fell backwards and rolled into that ditch. I think she even fell backwards and hit the edge of the coal tar because she had blood coming. But she rolled backwards into there. At that point, I leave what I'm doing and I go to check on her and help her out and ask her if she's okay. I bring her up onto the coal tar. And at this point, this motorbike driver that just hit her is yelling out to other motorbikes, KK, whatever that's driving by, and this big lorry, big red truck that was carrying, I don't know, a dump out truck, something like that, telling them that I hurt the girl, that I did something to the girl. I don't know how they were saying, but they were yelling it out, screaming it out, and so they're stopping, and all these motorbike guys are stopping, and they're vexed at me. I'm walking around the front to go get in the car. She was walking around the front with me. She goes around the front, and she's coming to get in the car. Then something.
Okay guys, the guy you just saw discussing in that video is Lucas Richard. He's a missionary director of Creekside Church. Now Creekside Church is found in Virginia, United States of America. He was sent to Liberia, West Africa for missionary works, to preach about the gospel of Jesus Christ and to help the local community with their health problems and also their financial problems. So time to time, him and his wife Lois and Richard, who always moved from Virginia, United States of America for their missionary work. So him and his wife were in Liberia carrying out their missionary work, and his wife got pregnant. So he decided to send his wife back to Virginia, United States of America to go give birth there, while he carried on with the missionary work. Few months after his wife had left to Virginia, United States of America to go give birth, he fell in love with this girl by name Jessica Lloyd. He committed adultery with this girl on several occasions, and he finally impregnated the girl. So the girl decided to tell him that she was pregnant. He immediately responded to the girl that, "Have you told your parents?" And the girl said she had told her parents. Then he decided to go meet the girl's parents, that his wife, because they already knew he was married. When both of them came for their missionary work in Liberia, the villagers had already seen his wife. So he told her parents that his first wife had agreed that he should take a second wife for himself. In Christianity, that's already a sin, because taking a second wife for yourself is not approved by God. In the Bible, there is no place where that is being approved by God. I don't know how the girl's parents were so naive to really think that, him being a Christian on a missionary work in Liberia, preaching about the gospel, to really think that the gospel of Jesus Christ accepted a husband to take two wives for himself. So Jessica Lloyd's parents gave their blessings to their marriage, and they finally got married, and he got married for the second time. He was such a sneaky person. He did that because he never wanted his congregants to go against him. While he got married to Jessica Lloyd, news reached back to Creekside Church in Virginia and to his wife that he had gotten married for the second time. They decided to call him back from his missionary work and fire him totally as the missionary director of Creekside Church in Africa. So he had few weeks to prepare his things so that he can leave back to Virginia, United States. And he decided that if he is going to go back to Virginia, United States, the child Jessica Lloyd is carrying will forever become, evidence that he was having extramarital affairs while on his missionary work in Liberia. So he decided to inject her with a poisonous substance, and she lost the pregnancy through a miscarriage. As if that was not enough, the day he was supposed to take off for the United States around 12 a.m. at night, he told Jessica Lloyd, his second wife, to come with her so that they can go over to somewhere so that he can show her something before he will be leaving around 12 a.m. at night for the United States, because that was the time his flight was due. So he carried her and took her deep down inside the bushes, and he stopped the car. He said he wanted to ease himself. Then he pulled out a knife. Then Jessica Lloyd asked her husband, Lucas Richard, "What are you doing with the knife?" He said he took the knife along with him because thieves might want to attack him and he can use the knife as a protection. And he went out to ease himself. Jessica Lloyd asked that, no, thieves don't usually come to the bushes to ambush people. And then he responded to her that, what if I see a snake? I can use the knife to kill the snake. While he was paying, people were still passing in the bushes. So he wanted to kill her, but he couldn't kill her because there were people around. After he finished eating himself, he told her, okay, let us get back inside the car. They both get inside the car, and the car was moving again. He stopped somewhere in the bushes where there was totally nobody, and he told her to step out, that he wants to go to the toilet and take a poop. While he was going in front of her, immediately he just stopped, and she realized that her husband grabbed her by the neck and started slitting her throat. To her, it didn't occur to her that the man whom she had married, the man who got her pregnant, the man who had been telling her that he loves her with all his heart and all his soul, would do that to her. To her, it was like a dream. Then she saw her husband's hand, like the knife was really slitting her throat. Then she shouted, help, 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 help. There were two passerby boys who were passing, saw her shouting, help, help, help. And with Lucas Richard with a knife slitting her throat, they immediately came forward to aid her. And when Lucas Richard saw that they were coming towards him, he abandoned the knife and abandoned his wife, Jessica Lloyd, and ran away from there. The two passerbys immediately carried Jessica Lloyd and rushed her to the hospital. After she got treated in the hospital and she was feeling a little bit well, this is her confessing.
So then, he said, certain place around the city market,
So guys, she was basically explaining her entire ordeal, what really transpired between her and Mr. Richard when he carried her to the bushes, pretending to, to show her something which his intention was to kill her. And the two passerbys immediately reported the matter to the police. Now, the Liberian police immediately arrested Lucas Richard. This is him confessing his own side of the story.
And I'm standing there doing this with the jack thing. And next thing I know, a motorbike comes out of nowhere and hits her. And she goes into a ditch, because right after this coal tar is like a little extra coal tar on the side of the coal tar. Right after that is just a big ditch.
Okay.
The motorbike hit her. She fell backwards and rolled into that ditch. I think she even fell backwards and hit the edge of the coal tar because she had blood coming. But she rolled backwards into there. At that point, I leave what I'm doing and I go to check on her and help her out and ask her if she's okay. I bring her up onto the coal tar. And at this point, this motorbike driver that just hit her is yelling out to other motorbikes, KK, whatever that's driving by, and this big lorry, big truck, big red truck that was carrying, I don't know, a dump out truck, something like that, telling them that I hurt the girl, that I did something to the girl. I don't know how they were saying, but they were yelling it out, screaming it out. And so they're stopping, and all these motorbike guys are stopping, and they're vexed at me. I'm walking around the front to go get in the car. She was walking around the front with me. She goes around the front, and she's coming to get in the car. Then something goes through the window and comes and hits me right here on the head. And when it hit me, I did like this on the steering wheel.
Now guys, what do you all think? I'll let you get your thoughts down in the comment section. I don't like people leaving Europe, the United States of America, Canada, to come over to Africa and do their missionary works. I've heard that in Cameroon, somewhere around, Mundimba division, in the southwest region of Cameroon, missionaries came over there and started raping little boys through their anus. They were raping them. It's crazy. So to see missionaries as bad people, not really good people, they claim they are for Jesus Christ. They claim they came over to preach the word of God, but it's not truly the word of God they came to preach. They came to act evil. So when I saw this, I was just in shock. I said, this is them again doing this. I think this is a very stupid, foolish move from this guy. But right now, the evidence is clear that he was slitting the throat of his second wife. And I'm sure he's going to go to prison for this. What do you all guys think? I'd like to get your thoughts down in the comment section.